Yo, 2024 is going to be wild, y'all. It's going to be crazy. And I continuously get more and more evidence, warning signs about what's happening. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, my biggest concern is going to be for those folks out there who don't know and fall into their trap. And who they and their, whomever you want they and their, them to be, that's totally up to you. That's totally fine. But I want to show you guys what's going on. I want you guys to see this, and I want you to be aware. And at least I can somewhat rest easy knowing that I share this information with you guys and put myself out there as a source for anyone who's interested in more information. So basically what it boils down to is 2024 is making a huge change and a huge shift, a pivot, a recovery, but they're not putting it out there like that. And if you guys have been watching for a while, then you know that we've talked about a recession. And we've talked about the fact that you're not going to know that you were in a recession. You're not going to know that you came out of a recession until after the fact. So essentially, we are now coming out of a recession, technically, which would then prove we were in a recession. But the entire time they said we weren't. They said inflation was transitory, all that good stuff, right? But now we're coming out, and they don't want people to know that, because if people know that, then they're going to behave differently. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to position it in a way that they can secretly continue on with this amazing transfer of wealth. And spoiler alert, even if you don't consider yourself wealthy, even if you have a negative net worth, which means your liabilities exceed the amount of your assets on a personal financial statement, on a PFS, even if you don't feel like it, the transfer of wealth includes taking money away from you, burying you deeper and deeper into the hole, deeper into debt, all at the for the greater profit of whomever is going to have access to your money, your paycheck, your savings, your checking, your retirement funds, your credit card, whatever it may be. And they're getting real clever with some of the tricks that they're doing. Now, YouTube has reported a boost in ad revenue. And this kind of been kept a little bit of a secret, which is a good thing for our economy. It's a good thing for YouTube. It's a good thing for creators. It's a good thing for a lot of folks out there, right? But it's a bad thing for the folks who don't know any better, the consumers who aren't necessarily educated, who are essentially targets, okay? And for some, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, because YouTube has actually done something strange and rather interesting, which is a little sus. And basically what they did was they removed the code that allowed for people to see who was getting who was getting a share of the YouTube ad revenue, and a split, who was monetized or not. And if any of you are YouTubers, content creators, or just know anything about the algorithm, vidIQ vidIQ offers a plugin, and that plugin for a brief period of time was showing whose channels were monetized and whose weren't. And then it went away. And interestingly enough, it started to be glitchy, and then they just got rid of it altogether. And I think when it started to be glitchy is when YouTube removed the code, because it was basically saying that nobody was monetized. So they just did away with it altogether because it didn't work, because YouTube removed the code. But why would they do that? Why would they do such a thing? Yeah, more on that later, folks. More on that later, from the standpoint and perspective of a content creator, and from the standpoint and perspective of a viewer, okay? All of this is going to have an impact and effect. And it's not just YouTube. This is YouTube. You got to realize YouTube it's like I think it was 77 billion that they were projecting in ad revenue. And so you got to realize, with that and the huge impact that um, the creator economy is going to have overall is growing. It's huge. And these are going to play into business strategies and economic changes or economic changes. Don't know which one it is. And people's personal and business finances moving forward. And 2024 honestly could be a really good year. It could be a good year for a lot of people, but it's also probably going to be a very, very bad year for some folks who aren't necessarily aware of the new strategies and tactics that they are going to deploy. They've been working on for quite some time. And if you want to know more about some of these strategies and tactics, then please check out the video that we put up earlier. And very, very telling about a buy now, pay later loan situation happening that is ultimately going to bury people deeper and deeper into the hole in debt. But it also provides some seriously concerning insight into how they're utilizing social media and technology to create and implement and roll out this social credit scoring system. And that's going to separate a lot of folks. They're going to put, we had these quadrants. We had these 4 quadrants, right? And it was employee, self-employed, business owner, investor. And you wanted to be on the right side of the cash flow quadrant because that was ultimately going to put you in a position to grow your wealth, build a substantial net worth. And within the left side of the cash flow quadrant, the employee and the self-employed, now we're going to break that up into smaller quadrants because of this new credit scoring system that is ultimately going to bypass the standard credit system because it's about to collapse because of all the terrible decisions that were made between 2020 and now, basically, between the automotive industry, between lending, between credit cards, between employment, pay scales, working remotely, working from home, the housing market, mortgage interest rates, the stock market, the cryptocurrency market. 2024 is going to be a major change and a major transfer of wealth. Even if you're not wealthy, if they can pull $1 out of you, they want it. If they can pull a penny out of you, they want it. If they can pull a fraction of a penny out of you, they will take it. But let me share this with you. It's kind of alarming, okay? And it says that YouTube is making it harder. This is from The Verge. And it says, YouTube is making it harder. This was posted December 12th, okay? 2023, 12:03 p.m. Central Standard Time. Maya Sato says, YouTube is making it harder to tell if a creator is getting ad revenue. And Wired reports that YouTube recently removed a bit of public code that flagged whether a channel was monetizing through ad revenue. And the change happened a few weeks ago, according to developers tracking it. And then there's a message here from the developers, and it says, the code on YouTube channels disappeared as early as November 17. And the day after Wired asked YouTube about the flag, when fact-checking a story about YouTube excluding creators in the Palestinian territories from its revenue sharing arrangement. Now that's interesting. October 7, November 17, December 12. I don't know look, YouTube's playing their games. YouTube is now hiding which channels get a cut of ad revenue. And then that'll take you to the Wired article. And I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't have a Wired account, but YouTube is now hiding which channels get a cut of ad revenue. And I don't know, maybe we can read it. I'll see if I can pull that up and share it with you without an account. But, I don't know if this has any tie to the war going on or whatever, but it is rather strange, rather interesting that all of a sudden they're going to get rid of it and create this new level and layer of secrecy, okay? Additionally, I received an email from YouTube. The email subject is YouTube follow-up, okay? I don't know if you guys can actually read that, but it says YouTube follow-up. I don't know if it'll focus. But this email was sent to me. I don't know if y'all, it's not the clearest picture, but it's, you can see the signature there, and it's from YouTube. And this is a screenshot. Maybe, I'll tell you what, let me pull it up. And there you can see a little bit better that it came from YouTube, okay? I'm trying to keep the person's name out of it because I'm not necessarily really supposed to share this information, but I think it's important. So I'm not going to include any specifics so that YouTube doesn't get too mad at me or whatever, but essentially I got this email and it says, I hope you're having a good week, okay? Starting off on a good foot here. And essentially they're reaching out to have a conversation. And the conversation is about money, okay? And it's important that I contact and communicate with them, although it's not that important because I can't actually get a hold of them until sometime mid-January. So it's really not that important, I guess. But anyway, the simple fact of the matter is they're telling me that, hey, Kevin, look, we need to talk to you because we can show you how to boost your earnings. You can boost your revenue. And most importantly, boost your RPM. So today was BOGO at Starbucks. So I got a free Starbucks. Not my choice, but either way. So we can show you how to boost your revenue. We see you're posting videos. We see you're getting a lot of views. We see you're getting reach. We can show you how to boost your revenue. The key is we'll show you how to boost your RPM. Now, I believe there was a creator out there. Her name was Fran. I think it was Fran. And she made a video and it got a lot of views. And she was complaining about some trends that she was seeing within YouTube. So I don't know if y'all can see that. It's Fran right there. And she says, YouTube is now pay to play. This would probably work out better if my laptop screen was cleaner, but Fran Blanche. YouTube is pay to play. She got 355,000 views on a video she put up 6 months ago. And Fran has 283,000 subscribers. So she got more views than she had subscribers, which is really, really good. But in that video, she described and explained all her history and tracking of YouTube and their manipulation of the algorithm and their pay and her impressions and her reach and her subscriber growth, which I put up a community post today, poll asking if you've been unsubscribed without your consent from my channel or from anyone's channel for that matter, because I'm just saying they're doing some weird stuff behind the scenes. That's it. I'm hearing it in the comments, but I decided to put the poll up to actually put some numbers to it. And I just think it's strange. I just think it's odd, okay? But be that as it may, they want to talk about boosting revenue and most importantly, RPM. So as I'm telling Michelle about this, I'm telling Squirrel Tribe about it. I honestly still find it interesting that people don't know Squirrel Tribe is Michelle, and they don't know Michelle is Squirrel Tribe, and some people don't know that we're married, and some people don't know, but I'm still realizing, like, look, we still have a lot of people to reach. So, yeah, I'm in my own little world. I'm in my own little bubble here. I got to get back to reality. But essentially, what happened was they were like, we want to talk to you about increasing your revenue, RPM. Now, they did not say CPM. They said RPM because the way that they get paid and the way that they pay creators is different. And RPM can be adjusted and manipulated based on a variety of factors outside of their advertisers who are paying them $77 billion. So what it's telling me, what I'm reading from this is that YouTube now wants to make us, the content creators, the faces of the channels, or even the faceless channels, the YouTubers themselves, they want to make us the advertisers. To who? To you guys, to the viewers, the subscribers, the folks that tune in and watch and share and engage and convert on clicks, on links and different actions. And that's what they want to do, because that way YouTube can make more money. That way, even if you don't have a YouTube premium account and you think you're going to use the platform for free, you'll still end up paying YouTube through various other channels. If you guys want to know what those are, just let me know. But the key is that YouTube's hiding the code and the data behind who's monetized, which sends the wrong message to me, sends the wrong signal. They're hiding that data. Additionally, they are reaching out to contact creators to further push and drive YouTube's services, YouTube's products. YouTube calls them products, okay? And they have specialists in certain departments that manage products. YouTube for 2024 is going to be about products. YouTube is making it easier for people to get monetized, not because they want to, but because at the 500 subscriber count and the lower view threshold, you can begin to offer more of YouTube's products without them having to actually pay you a cut from ad revenue. So they're doing that. And they're rolling out other features that make it easier for you to create content and edit and upload content that they are going to charge you for. How'd it go?
Good, but I couldn't do 2.0 because I left my things up here.
Oh, you gonna go back, or you want me to?
No, I'm gonna go up there.
Okay.
I don't know where I'm going.
It's the life of the creator. She's like, I forgot my stuff.
Oh, because they're over here. Because I normally record in here, so I laid them down.
Oh.
But I'm good. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
So they've got these strategies in place, this plan to make the creator the advertiser and make the viewers the customers, so that they can make more money from their products. And when they send me an email and tell me that they want to talk because they want to show me how to increase my revenue and boost my RPM, it just confirms everything that I'm talking about and that I'm telling you, while also realizing that they're trying to create a greater level of secrecy in the process. And that's not good. If a business can't operate with full transparency, that's not good. And it's not going to be good for investors, and it's not going to be good for the end users, and it's not going to be good for consumers. And here's the here's the deal. Here's the end all. This is the point of the story. I'm not trying to drag this out. I'm just trying to tell the story so you guys can get the full picture of what's happening, what's going on. They are going to try their best to snow the consumer, the viewer, in this process by way of the creator and other strategies that they're rolling out, with a sole purpose, much like we discussed earlier on the Buy Now, Pay Later video, of putting you deeper in debt, pulling money out of your account, making you spend more than you normally would, while 2024 is the recovery of the recession. And they're not going to tell you that. Everything's going to start trending upward, and there's going to be some subtle changes in headlines and viral topic pushes and what gets served and what gets reach. There's going to be some subtle changes. There's probably going to be some changes in the comment sections from some of these bots and what they say and do. There's going to be some subtle changes. Your homepage is going to start to change. You're going to see different thumbnails, different titles. But at the end of the day, the goal for 2024 is to attack the consumer, the less than in the know consumer, and extract as much money out of them as possible in executing on the greatest wealth transfer we have yet to see, that is kicking off already probably right now and going to be full steam ahead in 2024. So I just want you guys to know so you can see it, understand it, identify it, avoid it if possible. If you're in a situation, in a position that is already less than ideal financially, the last thing you want to do is to go into 2024 with your eyes closed and make it go from bad to worse. Okay? And like I said, if you want to know more, if you want to go deeper down the rabbit hole, let me know. But I felt like it was important to share that with you. And yeah, there it is. That's what's happening. YouTube's blocking monetization. They're hiding. They're being more secretive, and they're coming after your wallets. Secure the bag, folks.